Welcome to the next another episode of From Boys to Men. Oh, your dread's sticking up, bro. uh, yeah, today, like obviously, I'm the host, Terrence Boykin, Terrence the King. I'm here with my co-host
Eddie Bunch.
Eddie Bunch in the building, y'all. Yeah, he's in this building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man, the topic of the day was gonna be being black in America, but obviously it's a fitting topic for today, especially after what you just told me.
Kyle Rittenhouse getting off free on all charges.
This man got off free on all charges, bro.
Hey, let's do a social experiment, man. I'm gonna walk around with an AR in like fucking
You gonna get
Alabama
shot.
or something.
You gonna get
Yeah,
shot.
you're not wrong. That's the sad part.
Look, I'll let you know this right now. Being black in America only benefits the whites in America. Because look, there's no look. Trayvon Martin got shot at the age of 17 for a bag of Skittles walking home,
Just being in the dark.
being in the dark. He got shot. This dude went to some place that was not his home to defend property that is not his own. Shot and killed 4 people. Oh, he shot and killed. No, he killed 3 and then.
No, he killed 2 and then he injured a third one.
Oh,
That dude survived.
He killed 2 and injured the third one. And yet, if he was black, what would be the outcome of that whole trial?
He wouldn't even have been there that long, man.
He would have been killed.
You seen the video of like the little documentary they did connecting all the events that happened that night? Yo, Mr. Kennedy showed us that shit in one of his classes, bro. This nigga was walking around with that AR for hours. Like, it was a whole little militia of them.
He was hunting people. Literally, this man was hunting people and getting away with it. He literally, like you said, he literally murdered people that were out there protesting. I understand some people were burning buildings down and everything else too. That was
Not even that night, man.
not even just that night, but that's what I'm talking about. It's like, it's bullshit in my. I think about this like, I got kids, and I got to talk to my son already about, yo, you can't be having no water gun in the yard. You can't do things that other kids may do just because how you look. And having to explain that to my son is like already terrifying, because this is a place where you can get killed just for being a color. And not being the right color can cost you your life. It can cause you your family trauma. It cause you, bro, everything, your whole sense of morals. But, bro, the thing about it, too, if you're white in this country, you're the white color. If you're the right color, I said white color. If you're the right color in this country, you got everything at your fingertips, access to it, and you don't have to go through life no worries. Because no matter what you do, all you gotta do is fake cry on stand and you get off.
You see, I seen this beautiful quote the other day. It was like, the white men came and stole all these lands.
Ooh,
They created their heaven on earth and told us our heaven is in the sky.
Exactly. But the funny thing about it, they don't understand. Once we wake up and realize, like, yo, we are the original people of this earth, this planet. Because look, this is my theory on some shit. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm about to get a little passionate, but this is my theory for y'all on some shit. If y'all don't agree with me, that's cool. That's y'all own theory. So listen to this. And so, I believe, no offense, white people, but yeah, but actually, no, fuck that. Fuck it.
Full offense.
Full
Fuck
offense.
you, crackers.
White people are the virus. They're a virus. And to be honest, this is the virus which turned the apes into men. The evolution pictures that you seen in school, if you look at it really close, it'll explain you how white men were created. They weren't supposed to be here.
Neanderthals.
They're Neanderthals. The same people that call us savages were the real savages. If you look at it closely, If you look at how they took over every land, they came over and called somebody a savage and said, does that mean they're not a human and they can take their rights and take whatever they want because they went by European terms? And the reason why they call most of African Americans because they came over here, they already went to Africa and seen that because we already taught them how to freaking take baths, brush their teeth, and how to live. And they already knew that was Africa, whatever how they want to call it. And they came to America, seen the same color people there. So hence they said, oh, this is America, but they're Africans as well too. So they must be African Americans, right? But look, I'm gonna get on to some deeper shit. Have you ever seen a black caveman? Have you ever seen a black caveman?
Not at all. No type of pictures.
And no type of picture. You ain't never seen no fucking black caveman. But yet, we're the savages. You get called thugs for the way we dress, for the way we hold, just because of who we are. We are thugs.
White people done taken over almost every part of this continent, or every part of this world.
And they run it into the dirt.
Through war, bloodshed, rape, pillaging, but the people whose land they invading, they the savages, and they the aggressors.
Exactly. Look at what they did in Hawaii, bro. Look what they did to the Polynesians and everything. Like, literally, they came over there and took something that was, like, the Polynesians, they came in with open arms. Like, hey, welcoming people. They're humble people. I live in Hawaii. I know how they are. But the reason why they hate white people in Hawaii, because of what they did. And they don't own up to their bullshit. They would never own up to their bullshit. They'd be like, oh, that happened back in the day. Fuck that shit. Nigga. Until you give back the people what belongs to them, and y'all go back to y'all little caves and fucking whatever fuck it is, don't even come talking to me about no bullshit. Y'all, the reason why y'all so scared of us, because y'all know who we are. And a lot of us waking up now, we realizing who we are, and y'all are just over here getting scared. Say, oh, Lord, we got to bring them back down to the level so we can control them. Once they lose control and keep us divided, because they don't, look, my whole theory is this. They literally start naming us different races, different everything else to keep us divided. If you look at it,
divide and conquer, the number one war tactic.
Exactly, divide and conquer, and make the darker you are, you realize the more hate you get, right?
Ingrained in every culture. Asians and Hispanics, exactly. All their parents and grandparents, that's all they instill in them from a young age. You just don't act like them Negroes.
Exactly. But look, that's the thing about it. That's how they did with the slave in the slave days, right? They made the house niggas go against the outdoor, the light skins go against the dark skins. They keep doing this shit. But think about it. If you go deep into that, think about this. They probably did that shit before that with the races. Because look, there's some darker Mexicans that might as well you say, bro, they look just like me. Because they are you. The same thing with Samoans, the Polynesians. They look just like me too. I'm like, those are you. They just happened to divide them by the places where they were located and gave them their own race by where they were located at. Cause think about it, all the white people look the exact same. Just because they say they Irish don't mean shit. You white. You're white.
See, by America's standards, yeah, they are white, but over here in this side of the world, at least America and kind of Canada, we're the only people who use that race classification so much, man. Everybody else in Europe, Africa, Asia, they go by their nationality because that what defines you as a people, your culture, your values, your history, what you got going on, what you taught by your parents.
Right.
Over here, they define you by the color of your skin and the preconceptions that they have of you, and they go off that for the rest of their lives. And it's funny, you said that whole, the back in the day thing. And I love it when white people say that because it's like back in the day, let's see, the 50s, the 60s. How old is your grandpa?
Man, my granddad was 65 when he died. So think about it.
So 21, let's see.
There's still people, hey, they talking about back in the day. Literally back in the day was yesterday for some people.
Your grandfather was probably calling people nigger and yelling shit at them down the road.
Exactly. And then on top of that too, look, my grandma was still born in the 40s. So think about it, what she been through. Segregated schools.
World War II.
She seen a little bit of everything. And look, they were raised here in Florida, which is a racist place too. When I say racist,
oh, absolutely.
Florida is one of the most racist places of them all. And look, it's so funny because the Latinos down there, they be thinking like, oh yeah, we this, that, and the third. They create more to the white people, bro. They trying to turn you away from your own race. Y'all Latino people are black too.
Nigga,
The main people that started the Mabamba, they were African. They come from African roots.
nigga, it's hella fucking Hispanics down in South Florida, bro. Cubans especially.
That's
They
the
be
main
caping
one.
for the white man like they are them. But at a moment's glance, if it came down to it, then white people would be able to pick you out the crowd and tell that you Hispanic and kick you out.
Exactly. The same people that are trying to get you the fuck out of here are the same people you like you glorify and raising. Look, these white people been in control for like 400 years. And
Shit, longer than that, man.
no,
Fucking
really 400 years. Because look, before that, think about it. European people, blah blah blah. They started coming over here 400 years ago, around 400 years ago, a little bit over. But if you're going by their history books, they always been in control because they try to whitewash the rest of the history. They whitewash the black person out of history. Those stories that they talk about are about us. The cowboys, they're really originated with us. Country music, us. Rock and roll, us. Anything dealing with like technology, everything else started with us. The jewels, the gold, the jewelry. That's the reason why jewelry don't look good on white people.
not at all. That shit just look corny.
It's like, bro, it seems like they perpetrating. Because to be honest, I know I'm offending some people, but I'm sorry I gotta say this. The reason why certain stuff don't look good on y'all because it's not meant for y'all. Black people, when they put it on, it look like royalty and everything, and it looks so natural. That's why because that's what we are. We're the kings and queens. We're the rulers of this world. But they kind of rewrote the history books and took out some of the libraries back in Egypt and made more Egyptian look like. You seen the mummy?
Of course.
That Egypt's in Africa, y'all.
Ain't nobody that white. Not in Africa.
Egypt's in Africa.
Maybe South Africa, but that's a genetic deficient. Something wrong with them niggas.
And even in science, think about this. What is the recessive gene? Blue eyes. Or pale skin.
Blonde hair.
So if it's a recessive trait, and what that means, that's because look, you can take a black person and get a white person out of it. You know that, right? You can get albino out of a black person.
But that's rare.
It's rare, right? But at the same time, can a white person and a white person make a black person? We are the creators. But, being black in this world, we lost our history. We lost our identity. We lost everything we were given. We lost our birthright.
And honestly, we can't even blame ourselves because, the winner writes history. And even before, they started exploring the rest of the world. They was conquering using Christianity, using the Crusades, and saying,
Vikings.
You different than me. Oh, even the Vikings, like,
Exactly.
Oh, you different than me. You ain't got the same ideologies. All right, I'm going to kill your people. I'm going to take over your land.
And rape your
I'm going
women.
to rape your woman, rape your children, reteach your history, say that you was the savages and we was just defending ourselves. That's the trend in history. Even to this day, they still using the I was just defending myself excuse.
Exactly.
It's in they fucking genes, bro. It's how many times you done got into it with a white woman, and as soon as some shit gets serious, she start playing the victim.
And cry. And look, who decided they take on to be honest, white women are the worst people in this world. Next, all right, white men, they're bad, but
white man number 1A and white woman 1B.
No, actually no, because I say white women go ahead of that, and this is the reason why. Because Emmett Till, for instance, the white woman, he whistled at her. And, she cried, blah, blah, blah. And then they hung him, killed him, and everything else, too. A white woman can cry and can kill a masses of people. A white woman cry is heard around the world. Think about that. That white girl that was trending, that TikTok star that went missing.
I forget her name.
I
know who you're talking about. The one who got killed by her boyfriend?
Yeah.
And they was doing that mass hunt for her all over the country.
Yeah.
You know how many black women it is?
Exactly.
And people of color, women missing, children even, like 15-year-old girls missing. There ain't no national manhunts for them. That's because they don't give a fuck.
They don't give a fuck about, look, they do not give a fuck about black people. Literally,
they might be the ones kidnapped, but honestly,
they are
reselling organs.
Half the
selling them into sex trafficking.
Half the shit that they be trying to downplay is the shit that be really going on. Cause literally think about it. How the hell you got all this technology, all this stuff that so-called can do this, that, and third? How the hell you can't find what been happening to these women that have been going missing? A lot of I'm gonna start saying black. Us melanated people are the main people that go missing. The same main people get raped. The main people get taken advantage of. The main people, all this, that, and the third. Like, bro, they say, oh, y'all always playing the victim, bro. No, bro. Y'all are literally doing still the same shit y'all was doing back in slavery. You're killing our young men and you're raping our women and leaving us to deal with the trauma afterwards. And it's kind of hard to rebuild after that. And like, it comes psychology.
It's
bro.
been through so many generations, bro. Generational trauma is real, first of all.
Facts.
It's been through so many generations that it's just kind of instilled in you. You walk down the sidewalk, and a white person, especially an old white lady, she'll see you from 20 feet away, and she ain't even gonna try to get out the way. She just gonna expect you to move.
And she gonna clench her purse on the same time too.
Like I want that bullshit.
And look, I would play chicken with a white woman any day of the week. You think I'm gonna move, but then if I don't move, it's gonna be like, oh, he pushed me down. I have fallen, but I can't get up. I'm like, bro, you had to, bro. It is.
White women don't do nothing but play the victim, and that shit's sad. But
yo, that part, and it's. I'm sorry to say it, but
don't be sorry.
Well, you're right. Don't be sorry, because you know I'm tired of holding my tongue. I'm tired of like trying to play both. Nah, I can't play both sides. Y'all want to be with black people, but you don't want your family to know that you're with black people. So you cry wolf after the fact. You know how many black lives got fucked over because the white girl cried victim, and she was the one that initiated stuff and this, that, and third. And like these guys go away for like lies, like 20-something years, and then they finally get free after she admit that, oh, none of this really happened. And nothing really happened to her in the first place. Look, a woman can lie on the stand, a white woman can lie on the stand, get away with it, won't have no repercussions. But let it be any of us melanated people. We won't even be able to get a chance to our court day in court. They won't take it back. Like,
and like a bit of that got to do with money, but when you build a whole country for yourself to be set up for not just you, but your children's children and their grandchildren to always have a good life.
Ooh. But look, that's
you can't do shit about that.
And look, in this country, they ain't even have to do no building. I really feel like we already had this thing built, and they just came over and just took what was ours and put us in these slave camps.
It wasn't built before we got here, but you know who did the building?
We did.
Us.
We did. And look, and I seen so many videos and did so much research. Like the Native Americans that they called the Native Americans were not really the Native Americans. They actually, everybody knows, they were talking about that journey, the journey of 100 tiers, 1,000 tiers, or something like that.
Yeah, 1,000-tier trail.
When they walked from basically China over here, and in certain books they talk about the black Native Indian that lived here, which were us, and literally they put this more whitewashed picture on who really were the originators. Because looking about this, they got statues in Mexico depicting black people. The bones that they find all around the world in a lot of these mass places, the oldest bones are bones. So why are you trying to hide the true history of our people?
Man, you know what the funniest scam white people ever did was?
What?
Was making the world believe that Jesus was white.
Hey, and look, I used to read in the Bible. You know, in the back of the Bible, they always have a map. And I was just looking, I was like, bro, what the frick is this map at? And when I finally got older and looked at that map and pushed it, I was like, oh, this is in Africa. I was like, damn, the first white person didn't come to Africa till like the 1600s after Christ.
Shit.
So,
not even, bro. Remember, they was pillaging Africa, and all those Islamic brothers talking about, man, y'all damn to hell because their religion just happened to differ from theirs.
Exactly.
They fought wars, killed thousands, hundreds of thousands of people just over an ideology that at the time they can't even prove. They couldn't do shit.
Exactly. On top of that too, like the Romans and stuff. Look, a lot of the Romans originally were black.
I wouldn't even be surprised at this point.
Look,
You know how much of our fucking not founding fathers, but some important figures in American history we just now finding out is black.
Yeah, and on top of that too, like, oh Lord, let me
just say, go ahead. It's unfiltered episode right here.
All right, this is uncut, unfiltered, and all this shit. Hey, if I offend somebody, sorry, bro. You just shouldn't be watching this episode. You might as well turn on, watch something else, some friendly shit. But I'm gonna let you know this right now. Y'all history is coming back on top of y'all. The shit y'all try to rewrite and hide is coming and being revealed more and more each day. So the question is really, white, most of y'all people, what are y'all going to do when y'all have to own up to y'all bullshit? Because right now it's to the point where y'all try to make black people be out the worst people possible. No matter what they do, no matter what y'all did to us, y'all mad because as resilience, our resilience and how we keep a smile on our face and keep pushing forward, y'all can't handle that. They can't handle that to see that we're still able to win throughout all the adversity we've been through.
Still smiling.
Still smiling. The generational trauma that we've been through. The way we still pick ourselves up. Think about Black Wall Street.
They ain't want to see us succeeding. They ain't want to see us on their level.
And also I found out in New York, the park down there in Manhattan, that was a black borough that they actually did away with and made like a park and made the lake and everything.
Nigga, New York is a fucking social experiment on gentrification, bro. It's hilarious.
You just
like
tell them again.
Yeah, nigga, you know how many white people I done came across in my life who ain't got no idea what the non-white side of New York look like? They just romanticize Manhattan, exactly. Long Island. They don't know shit about the Bronx, the Queens. Bro. Nigga, they barely know about fucking Brooklyn.
And funny thing about it, I heard back in the day, before that, Manhattan used to be were mainly most black workers, but they pushed them out because they raised the prices and everything. And look, that was they started with the projects. And look, in the CIA, y'all think y'all stupid, y'all think y'all slick. Because look, I know what CIA really stand for. Cocaine Import Agency. How to think about this? They did that to the black community from the 70s. Look, we had these pillars like Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and everything else too. The next thing you know, somehow when they got them out of the way, what happened? The crack took over. Where the fuck did crack come from? Anybody didn't know about nothing about crack back then.
Not at all.
They imported it from somewhere.
We didn't even have. No, it's funny when people try and deny that theory too, because it's like it all adds up to coincidentally. You frame these people who are trying to fight for a group's freedom, a group's equality, and fucking equity. You frame them up to be these evil dudes who just want to tear the country apart. Same shit you hear nowadays. They want to tear the country apart. They want to cause war. You managed to kill them, but you still got dudes who are rising up like Fred Hampton in their communities. So now,
and look how they did that shit.
You can't keep assassinating them because eventually it's gonna get caught on. So what do? You dehumanize them like you have all throughout history. Nobody in the black community, the Hispanic community, nobody had the power and the capacity to move all that shit into these low-income neighborhoods. Ooh. Nigga, the CIA dropped crack off in black communities like that fucking crate challenge.
And you know who helped them? The Italian mob.
See, I don't know that much.
No,
shit, you serious?
Think about this. Because look, the Italian mob had so many ties with freaking cops and everything else too. Think about this. How come a black organization get turned up every time and get exposed? What about all these white organizations? Look, technically they're in a gang too. That's a gang.
It's the perception of it, dog. The Black Panthers wasn't doing shit but helping the community, and they was framed as terrorists. But the Italian mafia and the mobs is so cool that they get in their own fucking show that's glorifying them even further.
Yeah, exactly. And then on top of that, too, like you said, Black Panthers, right? They were helping the community. And you seen the story, Black Messiah.
Mm-hmm.
Man, and based it off the true story and everything else, too. You see how they would use our own people against us.
Fred Hampton, man, that shit's sad.
Bro, and then on top of this, too, you realize Black Panthers are labeled a terrorist organization, right? But why the hell is the KKK still not labeled a terrorist organization? And they're still operating as an organization still to this day. Why can't we
until you dehumanize and make people not feel emotion for the crazy shit you doing, you can't act. So what does America do? They label them as terrorists. Now, it don't matter how many of them you kill. It don't matter how many of their homes you bomb, how many of their children you kill, they women you rape, and you fucking extradite, you take advantage of. None of that shit don't matter when white people can turn the screen on, see all that bullshit happening, and have no emotional reaction to it. White people have no fucking empathy for nothing but animals, and that shit is insane to me. Unless you they fucking poodle, they don't give a fuck about what's going on to you.
Hey, I'm not even gonna lie. Oh, you just said some shit though. Cause look,
nigga, how many followers Peter got? Let me check this shit right quick. You go ahead.
And think about it. They don't even look. They get all this money for the animals, but yet how come all these damn animals still homeless? They using the system, bro. They finessing the system to get all this money out to keep the financial wealth going into their stuff.
Nigga, I don't mean to interrupt you.
No, go ahead.
Peter got 1.4 million followers. And all my life seeing Peter, I ain't seen them niggas do shit.
And look,
I search up BLM, the first account to come up, 12,000 followers.
They don't want to expose. Look, I'm gonna let you know this right now. These motherfuckers don't care about us. Think about it. America would give money away real quick to any other country. But yet when it comes down to taking care of their own people, there's nowhere to be found. Look how many homeless veterans that we got out there. Look, you understand the everything that this country so-called stand for is an illusion. It's a white experience in America.
This is not the land of the free. This is the white man's heaven.
White man's heaven. You said it earlier, bro. It's the white man's heaven. They created this shit to be the white man's heaven, but they stole the black person land, and they expected to get the same joy and pleasure out of it. I laugh at them when they try to tell people, "Hey, go back to your country."
What?
Bitch, this it. We're here. You go back to your country.
Especially when they be in like fucking Cali or Texas and they telling Mexican people and Hispanic people to go home. Nigga, I could. First of all, this was my home.
Exactly.
Till you niggas annexed us. What kind of term is that, nigga? You just politically steal my home?
Technically, they actually broke the treaty a long time ago. So Mexico, y'all can actually go back and get y'all land because actually they broke the treaty. I know the CIA gonna come and try to snipe y'all, but guess what? They broke the treaty.
You better watch your drinks, bro. They finna get you like a frat nigga.
Hey, they gonna try. Hey, I already know because at the same time, but I always was scared to talk about stuff like this because I had a feeling like if I opened up this door, the CIA, FBI, next thing I'm being handcuffed. Y'all, if I ever end up in handcuffs, y'all know who came and got me. It's the FBI and the CIA because they don't need no more black Martin Luther Kings. They don't need no more bro. They just talk about I recently heard that Martin Luther King survived that shot.
Oh hell yeah, and they suffocated.
They suffocated him with a pillow.
And mind you, it wasn't just anybody. It was one of the nurses.
And look, the nurse is the one that's told about it, right? But look, they said the doctors and everybody kicked her out of the room. And the Italian mob and the FBI came in. They spit on them, and then they suffocated them. That's why I said the Italian mob, they think about it. They even families called Rockefeller and everything else, too. That's probably Italian.
That don't even surprise me considering the side that Italy fought on during World War II. Don't surprise me at all.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro.
There's levels to this whole white purity bullshit, dog.
Fuck white purity. They can suck a nigga dick.
What?
Because that's what they've been doing in the first place. They get mad at us because they want them. And look, think about it. That's the reason why all women love black men. Because they know we're the royalty. We're the king. There's we're we're the true alphas of this place.
Man, I wouldn't even say that, honestly. I feel like a lot of it is like just the over sexualization of black men.
Yep.
Like growing up, I knew what the term BBC meant before I knew what a lot of the other vocabulary meant.
Facts.
And I remember growing up all the time, white girls was always fantasizing over black dudes with dread. Nigga, when Chief Keef was big, bro, you know who his biggest fans was? The white blonde chicks who live in suburban homes, 2-story, 4 or 5 bedrooms, nigga.
Hey, on top of that, look, wait.
One of our core values is caring.
Damn, we got to talk about the UWF.
They stay on that bullshit.
Stay on this bullshit.
Help us all have a successful semester by doing your part. Thank you.
Right. All right. So look, I was recently working at Rodizio, right? I'm not gonna lie, I listen to country music. I'm a vibe out.
They was looking at y'all as crazy, wasn't they?
They like, bro, why the hell you listen to country? I was like, bro, I'm black. We created all music, so I don't give a fuck what I listen to. But you gonna tell you what all the white boys and everybody else was trying to bump the most hoodest, trappiest music they could find. Knew every lyric too. I was like, bro, y'all want to be black so bad that y'all try to.
White people love doing shit that they know they're not supposed to do.
Exactly.
That's why you see white girls fiending over black dudes, and then when they get it or they get caught, then they start playing the victim so they can dodge responsibility. That's why when you see these white dudes get enough money and a little black woman in their life, all of a sudden they just look like a black dude that got turned pale. Nigga, how long you had the Justin Bieber cut in your life? Why the fuck do you got a fade, a chain, and all these tattoos? Nigga, get the fuck out of here. Take your ass back to supercuts.
Exactly. Stop culture appropriating us.
Like, that's what I'm saying, bro.
Not even just black women. They take our Latino women. They take, cause all of us really the same culture, same race.
But see,
except them.
It's sad because like the Hispanic and the Asian community, they also play a part. Like when they first started coming to America, and white people realized that they couldn't just hate everybody because that would turn everyone against them, they started to say, you know what? It's better to be closer to white than it is to be closer to black.
Yep.
So Asian people completely disassociated from us. They decided that they was going to model their whole life after being white. That's why they kept their kids in education.
And they bleached their skin.
Yep, high career fields like STEM, doctors, all that, because they didn't want to be associated with being black. Now, the Hispanics, it was a little harder because, you know, you're a little more closer to them in terms of skin color.
Yep.
However, when you separate yourself through language, through your appearances, what you eat culturally, and then as long as you can discriminate against them too, you ain't them. So, you know, people don't give a fuck about nothing when it comes to their self-preservation, bro. If these Asian and these Hispanic people could keep their families safe by calling another person a nigger and keeping them like, or treating them, and treating them like they ain't human, they would do it 1,000 times over.
That's why they don't give a fuck.
They don't give a fuck about nobody but themselves. Nigga, you remember I told you that shit that happened? Well, I couldn't be with Shorty because I was black.
Yeah.
You know how crazy that shit is, nigga? I ain't never been that type of hood, like that stereotypical black dude, gang banging.
The stereotypes.
I do drugs now, but I mean, like, it ain't nothing crazy.
We all do drugs.
Exactly. And nigga, we gonna get into that too, bro. The perception of drugs, the war on drugs. What was it really?
Another way that they can victimize black people.
Nigga, victimize black people and Hispanic people in the same breath.
And exactly, and on top of that too, you gotta look at it like this. They did all of that because back in the day, drugs need a therapy because you go to rehab. So they got rehabs.
The hippies.
Back in like that, they had rehabs. But all of a sudden, you took the rehabs out, and you said, "Oh no, you get incarcerated." So, and they get them go back in jail so they can come back out to not have no help either way, and they go back to the same life. Look, we're the only country that actually has no rehabilitation system. And when it comes down to this, every other country, their jail system, yeah, you went to jail, but guess what? They're gonna help you get back on your feet. They give you therapy everywhere else too. And then when you go back out into the world, you actually got a trade. You got this, that, and the third, and also too. You got your help that you needed to get over whatever you was addicted to or whatever you was going through.
Man, we gonna get into the modern slavery after we get into this whole drug thing. But
you said something when you talk about the you killed the Asian and Hispanic because literally that is so true. Because in Puerto Ricans, I know, man, so many Puerto Ricans, they want them to be as light as possible.
Nigga, I'm part Puerto Rican, bro. I
So
don't
you already
know
know.
nothing about my side of the family over there, bro.
What? Because you're too dark.
Exactly.
They
And
don't
I
want
look like a nigga at first.
Yeah.
Like, if you ain't see me with curly hair, that's the only thing that you could identify and say, yeah, I see the Puerto Rican. If you ain't got that, bro, the fuck you mean, nigga? I don't speak no Spanish. So they look at me.
Who do you is? and
Do I play Espanol?
I'm like, see?
Yeah, for real, though. Like,
But look, this is the thing about it. And the same thing with, like, Asians. I met some Asians that were dark as crap. They were about my color. I was like, hold up.
still racist. Still got them preconceptions.
Exactly, because the way you just broke it down, it kind of verified what my theory was. I said, really, from everywhere from, like, the Asians, which were our lighter sides, to the people in Africa, which were our darkers, or more like the island people, which are real dark, we're all a part of the same culture. But now, over time, they made it like, oh, as long as you're not them, you're okay. And that's the more the reason why I say they're trying to divide us more than they trying to keep us together, because they know if we actually find out that we're all the same and they're the ones that are not, they're the outcasts, bro. You know how the flip of the world will go.
It's funny how skin color could change so many perceptions, because skin color ain't based on nothing but the climate of where your people originate from.
Exactly.
So, like, let's think about this.
Break it down. Break it down. Break it down.
You got a white dude who smoke a lot.
Yep.
He a stoner. He a hippie. He might be a pothead. You see a black dude that smoke a lot. He a drug dealer. A thug. A criminal.
Gangster.
And you see the difference between those two things. One is just describing what somebody is participating in their lifestyle. The other is a way to dehumanize somebody so that you don't feel bad about whatever you do to them people.
Boy, you preaching. Hey,
Eddie
Bunch, you preaching right now.
Same bunch today. Fucking me.
Same bunch in this
Pastor.
Pastor Bunch. Keep it on the sermon. Keep it going. Keep it going. Oh,
man, so
hallelujah.
Nigga, like they talking about the war on drugs. And they over here, they blaming Mexico, they blaming Colombia. Not only did they bring all that shit in here, but they blaming them for these issues, and they saying, oh, this is a huge issue in our country. When all those people in power, they children is in the back ODing on fucking opiates and shit that you could go get from the corner store.
They the one that made lean.
Exactly, nigga. Like they bring all these drugs and shit into the community, and that shit ain't taken seriously until it's their own kids and they get into their community. Exactly. Now, I ain't never seen no black dude addicted to opiates, but with the way fucking rehab programs are set up, you would think that shit swept like 70% of the country at one point.
It did. And this thing, also on top of that too, like, Wayne I think was it Carter, the end of Carter 3 or Carter 4, he started talking about like the difference between crack cocaine and crack, the rock, the hard stuff. One is found in the rich neighborhood, and one is found in the hood. And they basically the same damn drugs, but the white people do the cocaine, and the other person do the crack. He's like, bro, they on the same drug, but the sentence of the pure cocaine versus crack is 2 times different. The white man gonna probably get 3 months. You get life.
And you know why they put crack in the black communities? Is because they knew that they wouldn't have the funds to continually bring it in without something looking suspicious. So instead, let me take the rich man drug, alter it in a way that poor people can participate. You ain't gotta do nothing but have a pan, some baking soda. All of us got fucking stoves.
Yep.
That's all you gotta do. And then you deny them from getting any kind of employment, education,
or help,
any opportunities so that they can better themselves. Now they can't support their family.
Fact.
Now the only way for them to support their family is welfare and selling drugs.
Yep.
Now when you catch them selling drugs, you throw them back into slavery, legalized slavery, and say that it's rehabilitation. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, and look, if you realize back in the day in the 70s and everything, our communities were doing very well. But then when the crack cocaine came in, they started taking out these certain things out of our school systems, trades and everything else too. Stop doing little different programs. And you realize they keep doing the same thing still to this day. They keep defunding the schools, the public school system, and they keep raising up the funds for our police system.
Of course. Nigga, they be complaining about how these inner city communities can't fucking afford textbooks and all this shit. So instead
Where the money going? Where the money going?
Nigga, the New York PD police budget is higher than most countries' fucking war budget. But
and for what?
Look, that's not an issue.
And I was in the Navy, right? And the New York police, on top of that, was like one of the dirtiest police in the world. Them in L.A. Watch it next time. If I go to L.A. or go to New York, I'm gonna get arrested. I already knock on wood, but but shit, nah. Like it's so funny because I was in the military, right? Then there's a rule of engagement. If someone don't come at you with a gun, you can't pull out a gun, or you'll go to the bricks and you'll be locked up until like you gotta do a sentence. Basically, you'll go to military jail, and then you get separated and everything, kicked out. How come we don't have the same requirements in our local system, but you got the same, like when we go into other people's countries and everything, it's different, bro.
And it's even worse because when you go to other countries, their perception of black people is based off what the white people in America did.
And it's the stereotypes of what we see on TV. Because actually, in one of my classes with Mr. Kennedy, we were talking about the stereotypes and everything. Look, think about it. When was the first time you had seen some black positive representation on TV?
By other black people.
By other black people.
That's the only time. If it's not, it's always got some kind of stereotypical bullshit of what white people's idea of being black is. They ain't got shit to do with us, nigga. Who are you?
Cause look, Fresh Prince was my first episode TV show that I actually watched. That I said it was a positive influence, right? But even then, they had the star being a clown. He was kind of a clown, but he was smarter than most people expect him to be. Do you remember BET back in the day at 106 in Park? Oh, you too young for that.
I think I was a little too young for that, bro.
I'm going to break it down to you. Ooh. All right, so look. This is how they end up getting the masses of us now to where we're at. Because back in the day, we had the BET was actually owned by a black person. Mm-hmm. He sold it to his white man. He got to pay for it, but he fucked up when he sold it. Because back in the day, they used to do college tours and everything. They used to do a lot of stuff for the communities, this, that, and the third. Now you look at BET or MTV. All of now is what? Local dramas.
What? BET be reporting on bullshit, nigga. How you reporting on Kobe death before you can even confirm what's happening?
Exactly, but not even just that. Look at this. They replace college tours with love and hip-hop. Love and basketball. Oh, not Love and Basketball, Basketball Wives. And then the same thing with MTV. MTV was a music station. Like, all they had was the music videos on there.
I remember, bro. I used to be standing in front of the TV dancing to that shit, little nigga, when the Michael Jackson ones used to come on, boy.
What? And look, and on top of that, too, they changed that from that. The first reality TV show was Real World, which was an experiment. And after they did that, they brought it in. So now look at it. All we got on TV now is reality TV shows. Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Love and Hip Hop, and all that drama and everything. And look, every person act like they want the people on that show. They want to be loud. They want to be like all flamboyant and everything. They want to add more drama versus then not realizing that's just a TV show. Then how that shit is like scripted. It's not real. The reality TV show industry is not real. Everything is scripted. I was almost in that motherfucking industry. I know, nigga, that shit is
you gotta be
scripted.
A good actor.
You gotta be a good actor. If you can't act, you're not gonna make it up in there. Like,
let me read you one of my favorite verses from Kanye, nigga.
Bring it.
Inner century anthems based off inner city tantrums, based off the way we was branded. Face it, Jerome get more time than Brandon, and at the airport they check all through my bag and tell me that shit was random.
Random my ass. Tell them again.
I just hate these niggas because they swear they slick with that shit, man. They swear they slick with it. Like, anytime I get an interaction with a police officer, right? It could be the most basic fucking interaction. Hand on their hip, ready just for something to happen.
Yep.
You see police officers set up in areas with a lot of black people. They always ready for some action. For what?
Yeah.
That shit ain't based off nothing but your preconceptions of what black people are. Aggressive, thugs,
Yeah.
out of control, emotional, beast. Like, bro, you can't even have fucking black woman be upset about something, even if it's a valid reason to be upset, without looking like they not a team player or looking like they just got fucking attitude problems.
But
Like,
the black women also is to blame for a lot of shit too. I'm gonna give them. Because look, I'm gonna get on the reason why. Look, black woman fell for the trap, and they separated the black home even more. Because when they start coming out with welfare and everything else too for government assistance, because they raise the price of stuff, and they like, in order to stay here, you need this, that, and the third. You sold out your man for government assistance, so now he can't be in the home with the kids. So, and then on top of it too, now he got to pay a portion of his check, and the government getting their cut from that too, right? And they're not even give you the full amount of money back. And then on top of that too, now y'all both in two different homes, struggling trying to make ends meet versus if y'all both was together in the same household.
see, no. See,
And look,
back then, black women was just also victims of the same system, just two different. See, they so intricate with the plans that it's insane. With the black men, what they did was they took away their opportunities to be the breadwinner of the home.
Yeah.
And put it like they whole home family situation in peril. So now they have to do drastic things in
so
order
you're making ends meet.
And then when they do them drastic things, they end up in prison away from the home for decades. Now you got the woman who, like, at least especially in this time, women just can't get no high income position like that, especially not with no education, not with no qualifications that they can't get because y'all gatekeeping them. So at this point, you introduce welfare and you get them attached to it because they literally got no other options. Welfare was black women's drug dealing back then. Actually, and now they still stuck on it because they still got us in that trap. The same way you got dudes thinking that the best way to get out the hood is fucking rapping, selling drugs,
or playing sports,
or scamming.
Yep. And look, I'm not even gonna lie. To be honest, I'm tell you, the story that they use to destroy the black family was the same story from the first beginning in the Bible. Is the story of Adam and Eve. Look, God told them what they couldn't do. You do anything you want to do, just don't touch this one fruit. And guess what? The government is that one fruit, and they came with it. The government is Lucifer. They the snake. They snaked in there. It's like, hey, you'll be all right. Just take this. You'll be all right. Boom, and then fucked up the whole plan. They planned this thing out strategically because they know this. The women were the backbones of our thing. Like, the men were the head, but the backbone. And look, they got you so caught up in this idea of feminism because the white women were treated such way, but the black women was not treated that way. The black family were the pillar of the black communities, and these communities were so big and like families and everything. And once you took that family aspect away, you see what you got. You got more chaos because of foundations like this, a house. If you're not on a stable foundation, a broken house cannot stand.
See, you spitting right there because each parent in the black home do something different.
Exactly.
The father teach you values and being a man, quote unquote, such and shit like that. But the mother is the nurturer, and she's the one who keeps children. Like my mom, she used to keep me out of a lot of bullshit. She taught me a lot of things so that I wouldn't end up even in situations where I could be framed for shit like that. Dog. And I knew many single black moms. I knew a lot of black moms carrying the weight of their household because they needed to.
My mama was one of them.
But ain't nobody give a fuck about feminism or strong women until white woman was crying over Donald Trump.
On everything.
Look, white women ain't give a fuck about none of that. And look, they was still playing the victim. They was still letting their white husbands do whatever, kill whatever, rape whatever, because they was too scared to speak up. But as soon as Mr. Trump get in office, all of a sudden being a strong woman is such a valued thing. Overlooking, always, overwriting fucking black history and the history of all the other hard-working, struggling people in this country.
Fact. And on top of that, too, because look, when they started doing these women, voting for women, right? Mm-hmm. They added another stipulation on the black woman, which was not even their fight. It was a white woman fight, but they said, hey, we have more than one. We have more people on our side, the more likely we will be heard, right? So what they do. They get the black woman and say, yeah, y'all do got the same problem we do. You can't vote either. But at the same time, you forgot they also women voting came. I think they came before black voting, didn't they? Then the woman votes came before black votes.
Oh hell yeah!
So look, you helping them get their rights to vote, right? But you still can't vote because you're black. Because at that point, like they literally, and even this,
You know what?
Even in Hawaii,
I actually think that black votes came beforehand, but
Like,
that's just because of the work that our community put in.
well, wait, hold on. I don't know. I think it may be backwards. You might have been right the first time because I remember in mostly movies back in the day when they went up there tried to sign their name so they can vote and everything. The women was trying to sign, get registered to vote. So that means women were allowed to vote then already.
I don't remember if, like, I may be remembering this incorrectly, but I just remember that after the civil rights era, there were so many oppressed groups, like deservedly, that came to speak up, but none of them did that shit until the black community did it and went to hell for it.
Exactly.
And once they did, that's when the black community was always supporting them. At the very least, I know that, the LGBTQ plus community,
The alphabet people. I call them the alphabet people. Because look,
they wasn't really protesting until after fucking the civil rights era.
Exactly.
But I may be wrong on the timeline of women's voting. They might have started the suffrage movement like before the 50s.
All right, but no, I know this too. Who was it? Damn, what I was about to say. Shoot, like you said about the Civil Rights Act, right? Who did the Civil Rights Act actually benefit? Every other race than the race that actually was fighting the Civil Rights Act.
Nigga, white women got the right to vote in 1920.
Asians, they got the work that we did for Civil Rights Act. It actually helped our people, but not the people that claimed us anymore. So you got to think about the Asian people who were able to come over here. Our Arabian brothers, our Middle Eastern brothers from Africa that came over here, started these every other business. But the originators of the march and everything else, the fight, we were actually still put at the bottom now. We got more people put above us. And it even still goes on to the day. Because look, think about it, was the Asian hate bill. It took them like 2 or 3 months to file that.
If that.
Now, we have still yet to see reparations for black people in America.
We ain't got no. I think the anti-lynching bill just got signed. If it even got signed, I'm pretty sure it just got put into legislation.
Exactly. And think about it. How long ago was lynching?
Shit. Just ask a white person how old their grandpas was.
But think about it, they still been lynching us still to these days. I seen videos
and chalk it up as suicide.
What? Well, how the hell did I get tied up and tied up myself and hung myself?
And if you really wanted to, you could. But if I wanted to kill myself, why would I take my ass out to the woods? Somehow, how would I get up the tree,
exactly,
hang that rope around my neck, and hop off?
Exactly.
Why would I go through all of that?
Because look, my neck would have broke in way different places than it did if you got strangled by a rope. But think about it, like, you go back to this, like, bro, you're the wrong color in the wrong part of the world. But think about it, you're actually not the wrong color. You're the right color. They just trying to keep you from your real world. I really feel like, bro, tell these white people to go back to their country and stop this dividing and shit. Y'all go back to Europe. Because really, that's all y'all did. Y'all came over and made Europe number 2. America is just...
and not even really Europe, bro. Really just England. Because I feel like at this point, white people from America wouldn't fit in nowhere but England. And really not even there. You can't go to France.
They everywhere. We're the most hated country in the world. Look, we finesse our way and try to say, oh, let me give you this money because y'all know you got oil. And strip you from the stuff and bring all their companies in. And then they never actually hand the people the money. They put in the money to the organizations, and then so-called you supposed to owe them this money back, so we got to come get a loan. They finessing the system, and next thing you know, look, you think anybody woke up and tried to be a terrorist? The Middle Eastern people? No.
That's the funniest shit about
you robbed these people.
to me.
Exactly. You came over here and robbed these people of their land, of their resources, and everything, their livelihood. You stole their women. You started raping them, and now all of a sudden you trying to play the victim? Because look, and
that's
on top
what
of that,
white people do. That's their thing.
But on top of that too, and then you try to blame 9/11 on them so you can go over there and start a war so you can get more of their resources. Because look, everybody know I work in construction. That way that building crumbled.
It was an inside job.
It was an inside job. And look, everybody else and all these other terrorists that happened around this world were like, think about it, even before this, white bombings happen. Main people that shoot up the schools are what race? White people.
Mm-hmm. All domestic major threats.
White people.
Caucasians.
Yeah. The main terrorists of this world is not the people in the Middle East. It's not these so-called terrorist group that they so-called say are terrorists. Is America and this white supremacy ordeal that they have still going on to this day, because they're still in the greed where they already took away people's history, the people rights, the people, everything they had, and they still want to take more and more and more. And once when you keep poking a bear, eventually a bear is going to bite you back.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
terrorists don't even mean shit to me no more, because it's just a label that they slap on groups so that they can do whatever they want without social consequences.
And why the hell is the KKK still not a terrorist group? That's all I'm trying to figure the fuck out.
Why would you?
Exactly, right.
Why would you label your biggest support group as terrorists, though?
Ooh. Hey.
Like, hey, check me out. How many people 9/11 killed? Like 1,000, 2,000? No more than 5,000 for sure. Yeah. No more than 5,000.
I don't know how many people was in that building, but
then they take what? Then they take what? How long was the war in the Middle East?
It just
13 years.
It just ended. It just ended. Let's see. 9/11 happened in 2001 because I was in 4th grade. I actually was around when 9/11 happened, and like I remember. Cause look, I live in Pensacola. It's some Air Force, like military trainings here. So our first, I was like, oh shit, they about to come over here. Boom. So first thing we was like, oh shit, mama came check us out of school. It was like, whatever. So we've been over there since 2001. So it's been 20 years. So obviously you already got enough resources from the first year to pay off whatever money that you lent them that you're supposed to actually help support these people in their community.
And this is after you stole the oil and the resources.
Killed their leaders.
Exactly.
Started and tried to make
killed the leaders they ain't like, and then instilled ones that aligned with their values.
And that's going to play ball the way they wanted to play ball and literally conform to their ways of living, which was also bullshit. And yeah, let me see. What else did y'all do? Y'all sold they women. You raped they women.
You tortured.
And you also said, oh, you know what? I'm also gonna give y'all some rights. So now y'all are just as equal as the men. But look, you just took somebody else's way of living and try to conform it to your own way. Doesn't that sound so familiar?
You know, it's hilarious. I remember growing up, they would slander Islam for like the Quran not preaching, the same rights women have as men and all this shit. But Christianity wasn't preaching that shit neither. That shit did not change until social pressure got so big that they was forced to change that shit.
Yep.
So again, this is all white people do is play the victim, dog. Yep. And again, they poke at something, they antagonize it, they fucking abuse something, and then once the reaction comes, that's what the focus is on. And that's in every situation you can apply.
Yep.
It's always more about the reaction than it is what caused that reaction.
Yep.
And once history continues to go, the years by years, people don't even remember what caused it. It's always about the reaction. And then after that, no matter what you do, no matter how cruel or disgusting you act over there,
they don't care.
They started it first.
Yep. They just, people don't understand, like, hey.
And it's also funny because they spent so many years sacrificing American lives.
Yep.
To pay a vendetta that they shouldn't even have. If anything, we deserve the vendetta.
Yep.
After 9/11, man, y'all kept that shit alone. I guarantee shit would look a lot different now. But nah, y'all couldn't take that. You couldn't take somebody retaliating against you for some fucked up shit you did. And they knew that they couldn't just not act, because it's like a power as strong as America get attacked in one of the biggest cities, New York.
Yeah.
Rather than allowing the world to realize the fucked up shit that they've done, especially because the social media didn't even exist, technology wasn't up. So instead of allowing the world to realize all the fucked up shit they did, They acted as if they had
Victim.
killed half the population here so that they could justify whatever the fuck they had going on.
Facts. And that's the thing about it. It's so funny. Until we stop playing the victim and take our responsibility as a country for the things that we done, I'm talking basically of white America. Take your responsibility for what you done and hand out the right recognition and rewrite the history books and, well, don't rewrite the history, but just tell the truth about American history.
You know they're not going to do that, man.
They're never going to do that.
You see, they talking about critical race theory.
And that's a college course. And they don't even talk about that really. They just trying to get a reaction to keep like, oh, he's trying to keep.
Oh, let's discuss and let's tell about all the terrible shit you did, Grandpa. No.
Hey, Granddaddy want to stay looking good, so he won't be labeled as a bad guy. But technically, I just tell you straight up, like, bro, if you did wrong shit, just own up to your shit. Because that's the thing about it. You can't never heal. You're going to always have this trauma, and karma's a bitch. It may not come back to you. It may hit the next generation. It may hit the generation after that. It may hit the generation after that. But literally, until they own up on this shit, they just digging themselves into a bigger hole, bigger hole, and then eventually that shit's just going to...
See, white people got 3 extra instincts compared to everyone else. The first is dodging responsibility.
Yep.
Second is playing the victim.
Yep.
And third is acting entitled to anything and everything that they want.
It sounds like some monkeys to me.
Personally, me too, but we ain't going to get into that.
Hey, like I told you, the evolution, bro. Look, I believe that the white man was evolved from the monkeys. Think about it. Who else going to cry with a banana?
I don't know, bro.
And cry if they don't get their way.
I don't know, man. Some adding up a little too well.
I'm trying to tell you, bro. Look, if you actually piece everything together that you so-called learned in school, you realize the pictures they showed you were true. There were some people that were evolved from monkeys. Guess who they are? Yep, the white people,
the palm colors.
The palm colors. Because if you look at it, have you ever seen a hairy white guy? A real hairy white guy?
Maybe some dude in the country, some fucking lumberjack.
Not even
It's
just
very
that.
rare.
No.
Very rare.
Even that. Look, white guys are more likely to lose their little bald spot in their head up front, and then white guys do too. But it's real. We make it a fashion statement. We're a fashion statement. But
you throwing that turtleneck and chains, it's a whole new look, bro.
Yeah, look, just give the white people have a white man, the real hairy white man, may have a little gut or something too. Take off his clothes, be butt ass naked, and sit him right beside a chimpanzee. You won't know the difference between one or the other. I'm just saying. Just saying. Look, and bro, this.
Bro, even to this day, man, it's so much privilege that I hear in my white peers' voices that it just disgusts me, bro. Like the way they talk about certain things, you could just tell that they ain't never had to be in that struggle. Like growing up, man, I remember when I had to fucking eat seeds for lunch.
Yep.
The best dinner I had was some shit that cost like $3, $4 total to get from the store. Damn. Like you tell white people about that and they just look at you like you survived the war. I kind of did. It's the war that you people set when you first established this country.
Yep.
Nigga, it's funny how they always talk about the Civil War wasn't fought over slavery. Yes, it was. And it's in so many documents that it was fought over slavery.
Facts.
But white people didn't want to take responsibility for that. So instead, they framed it as states' rights. Because, again, that entitlement. I am entitled to my rights. I am entitled to carry a gun, a fully automatic weapon across state lines, which I know is illegal, but it's still my right. Then I go looking for a problem. I find the problem.
Ooh.
I kill 2 people.
Ooh.
And I'm still entitled to that, and I get off.
Let me do that.
Nigga, we wouldn't have made. I'm telling you, they was there for hours just patrolling like they was a little militia faction, and no black group would have been able to do that for more than 30 minutes. As soon as some cops came, they would have told their ass they had to leave or they was getting arrested.
That's why I said, bro, real shit. If all of us melanated people just link up, bro, it's more of us than there is of them.
Oh, facts. Especially nowadays. Why you think they so scared of fucking race mixing?
No, on everything. Look, the reason why they're the majority is because they have every one of us divided. So actually take the numbers from not just the Latinos and blacks.
Asians.
They take the Asians in there accountable.
And biracials.
The Pacific Islanders, the Native Americans, which are our descendants.
The non-American whites.
The non-American.
Who know about American white ignorance.
Exactly. You add all of those up together. That's kind of a good number of people. Their number versus our number is higher than I like our odds, and if we just happen to do a little fist fight, I know we'll win. Because look,
you know they wouldn't allow that though, bro.
But I'm still so shocked. Cause
white dudes get their ass handed to them and go straight for the gun. Because again,
exactly,
it's in their blood.
And they like to pull the trigger, ask questions second, or get the questions asked to them second. Because look, Trayvon Martin never got no questions asked to him.
Oh no, he did, but it was accusatory. And
exactly.
As a kid who was being accused of something in the middle of the night by some dude he don't know,
Skittles.
A natural reaction that he had, like, yo, what are you doing? You know, why are you pressing me like this?
And I'm not gonna lie,
the cops told him don't do that.
Exactly, and he still got off. So, and that's the bullshit that we talking about. No matter what you do in America, as long as you white, you're gonna be all right.
Because, dog, it started all the way back from when they first brought us over. You could do anything.
But think about it.
You could do anything with no consequences.
And I think that's bullshit when they say they brought us over. I think we was already here. We was already.
Some of us that they brought over, right? And that they enslaved, right?
Yeah.
So, let's say you a field nigga, right?
Yep.
They rape your wife.
What?
They rape your wife.
What?
They have a light-skinned child because of that. Then your wife is now looked at as the heathen because she was raped.
Yep.
Now she's the dirty nigger who corrupted the family, rather than the motherfucker who raped her.
Oh yeah,
dodging. There has never been a lick of responsibility for white people. You gotta do some real heinous shit to be like accounted for, and at the same time, it also has to be done to white people.
Boy, you
pass the bunch.
Pass the bunch.
Come on, man.
Pass the bunch. Wow. You just told. Ooh, cause look, this man just got off. And look, if he would just stay where he was at, mind his own business.
Nigga, my mama wouldn't have drove me nowhere near another state line. Let me tell my mom let me tell my mama I want to go and defend.
I want to go shoot up.
I want to go defend a neighborhood that I ain't never been in.
I want to go shoot some niggas. That's what he really trying to do.
And honestly, it's crazy that he got off to me just because he ain't even shoot no black people. He shot straight white dudes. People. So I'm sitting here thinking, maybe they look at this a little fairly. Nah.
I knew that shit. Look, I knew that shit from the jump. I was like, bro, this shit about to be funny. When I say funny, I knew it from the jump. I was like, this dude's about to get off. When he went on that stand and started crying, bro.
Crying, you mean wheezing? Fucking ugly ass.
Bro, a white person tears.
Strongest weapon in history, bro.
Strongest weapon in history. The only
more so white women than men, but still
more
strong.
White women than And look, ooh, I can't even. I wish that we can look at everything in the same light as everything else, but you see the justice system is corrupt, the government is corrupt. This country is corrupt. So until we can actually uncorrupt this damn country and actually do something that actually benefit us, oh Lord, they done kicked me out. Hey, someone done talks. I was talking too much shit. Hey, I guess I got kicked off of.
Hey, but real talk though.
Yeah.
Can you really corrupt something that was rotten from the start?
Woo. They said hateful behavior on TikTok, y'all. Let me. Can y'all see this?
Damn, they got your ass with the ban, brother.
I'm banned on TikTok.
They got your ass.
I'm banned for talking the truth, man. I'm banned for talking.
Yo, you was on TikTok?
Yeah.
Nah, you tripping, bro. That's hella hidden racist on TikTok.
trust me.
Just because they can't even be,
Man.
they can't be caught.
Yeah. Look, let me see how far my band going to go. Hold up.
Nigga, I was watching some of that Rittenhouse trial, and it was literally dudes calling others racist. And I'm sitting here like, dog, there's no black people involved in this case, my nigga. So what about this is racist? If you recognizing that the justice system is racist, then so be it. And now that I remember, we could get into the justice system.
Get it.
Because
they TikTok and kick me off. I probably ain't gonna.
They talking about slavery. They ended slavery.
Yep.
They just reframed slavery. So if we set you up to have no other option but to sell drugs, then we happen to catch you selling drugs. Now you legally a slave. We ain't gonna rehabilitate you. We gonna put you in conditions that is not fit for any living human.
Oh, trust me,
You locked in a cell.
Yep.
Barely any light.
Nope.
Terrible food. Terrible conditions. Everybody fucking hate being there. So that just adds to the aggression.
Oh no, and look, that does, because literally I've been there. Look, while I was in jail, they had 3-4 people in one cell. I was in one cell. By me being there for the longest, I had the bottom bunk and everything else too. So like, my stuff was straight. But then you look at the food, like they give you scarce amounts. Sometimes they give somebody a little bit more, right? And you gotta think about it. You giving these people food not even ready when they ready to eat, and like they starve you kind of in a way. They give you just enough so you can survive, not enough for you can actually.
That shit is inhumane.
And
son.
if you ain't got no commissary coming in, look, and people will fight you because they hungry and like they been treated like animals, and guess what? Then next thing you know, boom, they start acting like them because I'm like, man, you're not giving me no choice. I'm like, I'm fighting for survival now. I'm not fighting for anything else. I'm trying to survive.
Hey, bro, in a few years, if I get enough money, I'm gonna make a little jail, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a little prison system for animals, and I'm gonna do the same shit just on animals. And you watch how many white people, including Peter, get up on that bitch quick, quick, faster than you can snap your finger, bro.
I already know.
White people really don't give a damn about nothing but animals. And honestly, that might be because of how long.
Kids, and sometimes their kids be beating their ass all the time. That's why I be laughing at the white people.
Oh no, they love their kids. It's the kids, the rest of their family, and then the animals, and then the black people. That's because that was the order on the plantation.
I think the animals come ahead of their family sometimes. I've seen so many white nowadays.
It depends on the family. It depends on the family relationship. But at that plantation, the dogs came over the niggas. And honestly, that's more because they was easier to control and easier to herd and manage the groups of slaves when you had that big-ass dog scaring the fuck out of people for their lives.
Ooh.
You know how, and that's what makes it even crazier for me. Like, white people got so much bitterment and resentment over black joy. How you go through all that shit? You live every day. You ain't got no concept of time. You could think this is your entire life, and you still trying to find joys in life. Nigga, did I catch you being happy?
Oh, got it. Hey, sick the dogs on him.
Nigga, listen.
Whip his ass.
White people, you're not allowed to do this, but the Boondocks, my people, if you ain't watched the Boondocks yet, that is the most accurate TV representation I've ever seen of America.
Yes.
And that shit, it's hilarious for us black people, but you white people can't go laugh at that shit. Don't play. Yep. Y'all can't go watch that. Nope. I done seen, anytime I see white people laugh at the Boondocks, it triggers something inside me. I'm like, bro. Because what the fuck is funny?
This is what you do.
Exactly.
Bro, you want to get beat up?
Yeah, you're supposed to feel bad.
I'm supposed to be like, this is what y'all calls. And look, the poor little mixed girl, she don't know what the fuck she's doing. She's like, she want to do right, but look, and she love Huey. She love the woke one. He's like, get the fuck away from me, Johnny. You half breed, get your ass on. But look, hey,
that's what Mr. Ruckers used to call her ass, either little half breed, mulatto girl.
Oh, everything, man. Oh shit. But not to be honest, bro. Like, being black in America is one of the being black period is just hard because they put everything away from you. Point, you're to blame for everything,
Absolutely.
and
No context, no nothing.
everybody they made us where everybody hates you. But I think really deep down, the reflection of their hate is because they know the power that we hold in this world. If we actually start taking acknowledgement to that, fuck the elections, fuck everything else too. We can change this whole world because we outnumber everybody else, every other race. Not even talking about just black Africans, Americans. If I'm talking about our whole culture, because our whole culture is our Latino brothers, our Asian brothers, which they call Asians now, our Pacific Islanders, our Islanders, and everything. This the sort of division that
South Americans.
Yup, South Americans too. This little division that they got right now for us is bullshit. If we can get past the bullshit and realize we are the same and come together as one, they can't stop us.
And you see, and we getting to that point now.
Yeah.
Like, with so much interracial dating going on, and like it's at a point where you can't really outright say nothing about it or act on it without people finding out you are racist.
Yep.
But it's also sad because it's like, man, I interact with so many like Hispanic and fucking Asian people who you could hear that they still got them preconceptions of black people in them. You can tell when they was raised a certain way. Why are you wearing MAGA hats?
He trying to get you off the board on the other side of the board.
Why are you wearing MAGA hats? What did Trump ever want to do for the fucking Latino or Asian community?
Get them on.
What you benefit from?
None. Hey, it's like this. The
Chinese flu. Like, imagine.
That's facts. Cause look, the wake up. I'm just say wake up, America. Well, wake up, melon America.
Non-white America.
No, wake up. Yeah, no.
Non-Caucasian.
Because we are the same. Me and you, no matter what y'all race and everything, we're the same. So I need y'all to wake up, because the sooner we wake up and realizing that they was trying to divide and conquer us, the quicker we can rebuild this world to the way it should have been built and undo everything that these people who came over here and took over destroyed in the last 400 years. The way we going right now, the earth could self-destruct any time. Because, look, you're taking all the oil from the earth. Oil is like the blood in our bodies for the earth. If we ain't got no more blood in our body, we can't survive. So let's stop these people, come together, send them back to their mountains, and get shit going.
Man, honestly, at this point, bro, I just be getting sick of fucking trying to educate white people. Or anybody that's not black, honestly.
Yeah.
Like,
some of them, yes, I still give benefit of doubt. Cause I judge people by a little bit of their heart.
It's not even about the benefit of the doubt, dog. It's like, you know, I know there's certain things since I was a kid. Something wasn't right. And, you know, we all got this access to technology. There's so many films, nigga. 13th on Netflix. That tell you all you need to know about systemic racism, at least on, like, the fucking surface level. It's so much information out here, and you still need somebody to spell that shit out for you. It's even worse when they ask you to explain something, or they ask you to tell you what's going on, and then they start fucking giving you rebuttals like, oh, but this, but that, I'll slap the shit out you, bro. What the fuck? Don't ask me for no help or advice or fucking knowledge, and then you gonna sit here and not realize that shit is literally programmed in you. And then you start questioning the shit I'm telling you. You take your ass back home.
Yeah, don't ask for advice if you can't accept the advice.
Nah.
That's just literally just.
Because white people get real hurt when you start telling them about themselves.
Oh,
You could not say nothing about them, their name,
that's
their family.
Hey, that's the defensive mechanism coming out of them.
Exactly. And then they start getting guilty. White guilt, a whole nother level of guilt. You could be talking about some niggas in fucking Idaho, and white people still gonna get they fucking torches to defend their ass. God. Why do we gotta talk about like this? You know,
that's my brother.
White, I'm not responsible for what my ancestors, nigga. Yes, you are. Your ancestors, your grandfather was lynching niggas. What the fuck you mean?
Yep. And like they say, shit rolls downhill. So if your grandfather couldn't take care of his part of the guilt and acknowledge what he did, it got to come down to somebody acknowledging, and even to the point where you gotta man up and take the bullet for him. Because look,
I see you kill all of them.
No, we can't kill them. Hey, we need.
They doing it already with them opiates.
Man, I say, man, look, own up to y'all mistakes. Give me my check and my mule or my how much was it? 40 acres.
A mule and 40 acres. Yes.
Hey, just give me my 40 acres and my mule, and I'll be good. Cause look, and make sure it's away from everybody else, and I don't want none of y'all to come around me, and nobody stepping foot on my 40 acres. Cause if you do, then I'm gonna need my compensation.
Yo, and you know it's another sad part about living while black.
Yeah.
Let's say like bro, I've been considering where am I gonna go after college, and like I literally have to take places off my list because I'm concerned about how racist them areas are, and I gotta be concerned about my life. And I'm like, sitting here like, man, I'm not trying to like just go out for a nice night, you know, just enjoy myself for an evening. Now I disappear and I end up in a forest dead, and it's suicide. Get the fuck out of here. Especially like because if it happens to you,
yeah,
if your family doesn't manage to get enough attention around it, it's never gonna get solved.
Never.
And even when Twitter and social media, Instagram and news outlets catch on, if they really don't give a fuck, they not gonna pursue it.
Nope.
They gonna say they ain't got the resources,
Never.
they ain't got the manpower, the personnel.
Lies.
But hey, a girl take a cross country road trip. She end up dead. She ain't deserve it. She ain't deserve it at all. I'm glad that they tracked down her killer, but at the same time,
his remains.
Yeah, that's not the treatment that people of color get, and nobody gave a fuck about that. And when the black community was like, yo, where's this energy for this incident, that incident? Nigga, you know what's one of the incidents that scarred me the most when it comes to like recent black deaths? Sandra Bland. I remember watching that Sandra Bland video. Mind you, an educated black woman.
Yep.
She knows her rights. She knows the limits of the law.
She just
uses that to her advantage.
Resting in her car. Wasn't she resting in her car?
No. The last video that they saw was her getting arrested, pulled out, not pulled out of her car, but like she got put in a cop car. And then, you know, she's going through booking, and dog, like that shit used to haunt me for a while, just seeing like the dead look in her eyes that they tried to pass off as her being like alive.
Yeah.
And like nobody still knows what happened in between those pictures and that arrest, but that shit used to haunt me because it's like they
broke her neck, bro.
Bro, like they can do shit like this to you
and get away with it.
It'd be so obvious that something go wrong and no repercussions, no consequences, none of that. That soulless look in her eye was like, there ain't no way in hell y'all didn't know this girl was dead.
They knew. Like
I knew that. I was like 14, 15, and I knew that shit off rip. I ain't never seen a dead body before, not in person at least.
Yeah, and that shit. I say they use that same tactic that the slave masters used back in the day. They put the picture so it can terrify you, and they use that to empower themselves to take away your power. Because realize in these situations we're powerless. Because we were born the wrong color in their eyes. We were not a part of
nothing you got control over.
We were not a part of evolution and becoming from monkeys to human beings. We were descendants from the heavens, and they hate us for it.
Whatever stereotypes white people got of black people is because of conditions that they forced them in.
Yeah.
You think that people are drug slinging, fucking not giving a fuck about education, thugs? That's because you created environments where all the money, all the resources and education is with y'all, and y'all gatekeep that from the inner city communities. You left whenever they tried to come into those areas to better their lives, and then you act surprised when people are just a product of their environment.
Yeah. Like you said, like Tupac said, thug life. The hate you give little infants fucks everyone. Man, but on that note, man, we're going to bring this episode to a wrap because literally we could go on
And on.
on forever. But
So,
yeah.
let me wrap it up with this.
All right, go ahead.
My black folks, if y'all ain't watch it yet, watch the Boondocks. Y'all not my folks. White people, y'all watch 13th or some shit, because I know y'all love them Netflix documentaries.
Oh, Dear White People. Watch Dear White People.
You see, they gotta watch that after 13th, though, because if they watch Dear White People first, they just gonna laugh at the humor. Yeah. That's another thing. White people be like, ah, ha, ha, white people. We talking about you, too, my nigga. What you mean?
That little shy look, like, boy, if you don't get your inner behind you the problem.
Check yourself again, my nigga. Like,
yeah, but no, there's some white people that be backing us. But hey, don't switch up when shit goes south for us. We need you to stay solid. If you're gonna be white and support us. Don't just support us when it's beneficial to you.
and if they are supportive of us, then they ain't even gonna feel offended because they know this not to them.
Yeah.
But if any of this hurts you, wear the shoe because it fit.
Yeah. If it didn't hurt you, and you like, bro, they spin some facts.
You doing something right.
You doing something right.
Something happening.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's gonna wrap it up for the Boys to Men podcast today.
Yes, sir.
Y'all have a blessed one.
And be safe out there. Remember, you're walking while black. So be safe.
Always check your surroundings. And
always.
If you black, you are never alone because there is always going to be a white person minding your business for no reason.
Facts.
Y'all stay blessed.
Stay blessed.